We're doing a loop measurement and an insulation measurement. Perfect. Most people think that if you're an electrician, you're the classic electrician for the home. But our tasks involve the maintenance and commissioning of all kinds of equipment, so that we as facility technicians keep the infrastructure in the port of Hamburg going. I'm Marvin Tepp, I'm 22 years old and I'm currently doing my traineeship as an electronics technician for facilities at the Hamburg Port Authority. In the morning, thanks to flexi-time, I always arrive between 6 and 7 a.m. I get to the site in Hamburg, then change. First, we plan the day a bit in the electrical workshop with my more experienced colleagues who see what the order situation is like and then talk to the foreman about what needs to be done. And in the morning, while we're still here in Hamburg, we plan and prepare everything for the day. Of course, it's a bit different when we get a fault report in the morning that has to be repaired on the same day. You always have to reschedule a bit. And when all the morning planning is done, then I set off with my colleagues. Of course, it's important to be familiar with the many types of facilities, but above all, it's very important to be able to read the plans, and then usually you understand the equipment most of the time. We've now wired up a box that was already mounted. We have permanently mounted it, and now the motor has to be dismantled so that the ventilation system works properly again. What I like most is that the work is very varied. Diversity is very important. There's something new every day. It's rare that you actually do the same thing for days or weeks. If you do, it's a big project. But otherwise, there really is something new every day, something different. We go to places you generally wouldn't as a normal person. Take the Kurbrand Bridge, where you can get under the carriageway or up into the pylons, whereas normally you'd only drive over them. That's very special. Fabian meant to the left, didn't he? If a bridge or a lock malfunctions or doesn't open or close, it brings shipping traffic to a standstill, or rail or road traffic to a standstill. So you can see that without us, not as an individual but as a group, the community, the port would really start to falter if we weren't doing our thing in the background. I'd say the atmosphere here is actually very good, especially among us trainees. We get along pretty well with each other. We're currently in our exam phase. If someone has a question, we help each other. But even when we're out with our colleagues, if we have problems, they help us immediately. The atmosphere is really good here. Yep, that should be the control circuit. Yep, that's the 24-volt one. Exactly. We have 230 volts here. And 237. Since the opportunities for further training are actually very good in this profession, I can actually see myself staying for the next few years and see what it will bring. Especially with the energy transition, I see a lot of potential, especially here in Hamburg, with the port as an industrial location. That's why I think it's actually very good and future-proof, the profession as a whole. Privately, I'm still a member of the Volunteer Fire Brigade. This summer will make it 3 years. As soon as someone dials 112 and tells the control center about their situation and the control center alerts us, we go from home or wherever we are to the fire station. You get there, put on your protective clothing, get into the truck with your fellow firefighters, and as soon as everyone is there, we drive off.
Fahren das Auto und sobald alle da sind, dann fahren wir los.
Last year we did almost 400 call-outs. I was there for a large part of them. We had everything, from door openings to fire alarms to storm damage to water damage, everything you can think of. Just being there for people and helping them in emergencies.
Notlagen zu befreien. I spend a lot of my free time with the fire brigade, whether it's on operations or in the fire station with my mates. Oder im Gerätehaus mit den Kameraden.
You solve problems together, and I particularly like the voluntary aspect, that is, helping other people out in emergencies. That's where we come in and do our best to help people.
Unser Bestes, den Leuten zu helfen.
I like the fact that you never stop learning, both in my profession and in the fire brigade. You can do many different courses and learn a lot. I don't think you can say that you know everything or have already seen everything. There's always something new to learn. And then I'm also quite excited about the unknown, to see what will happen.
Zu sehen, was da noch kommt.